Hi, welcome back. So we are at the outline of tuples and sequences. We're going to start with the tuple, which consists of a number of values separated by commas. For instance, if I would have to start a code cell here and create a tuple, you will end up with the expected result with the values of what we have just entered as an input. I want to know also tuple can have another tuple in it. For example, you will end up with a new tuple which contain one tuple and one string. Tuples are immutable and usually contain a heterogeneous sequence of elements. What does the immutable mean? If I would have to reach, for example, to the first element of tuple 2, which happens to be a string of C++, and I would like to amend this, when we do that, it's obvious we're going to run into an error because it's a tuple object does not support item assignment. However, if I would have to do that with the list, you will get the value exactly amended. The lists actually are immutable. And one more thing to observe, the lists are homogeneous. I mean, they contain the same type of values. The next thing we can discuss is about sets. Python include this type or the set, which is an unordered collection with no duplicate element. A basic use of sets maybe include membership testing, maybe eliminating duplicate series. So if I would have to create a set, for example, let's call it a lang set. So I would end up with the result as expected between those curly parentheses to indicate I'm dealing with set. I can also run certain operation on it. For example, if I want to print is Python there, just like you are talking to the set, the result is true. Also, you might create the set by using the keyword set. We used to use less, if you remember before. However, what's the difference here? If I want to print the A set, watch the result, what it looks like. It actually unpacked the string into letters just like so, and it ordered them in the format of ascending order. Next, we're going to discuss the dictionaries. Actually, is very useful data type built in Python, and you can find the idea of dictionary in other programming language as known associative memories or associative arrays. Let's say, for example, I'm going to create a telephone dictionary, which basically have these parentheses of dictionary, just like the set one, but the difference is how we actually construct the values inside. So this is dictionary. Basically, what I would do if I want to access one of these keys, could just as simple by deciding the dictionary name and then the key that I'm going to access to. And if you print, you will get exactly the value of that key. If you would have to search for a key that isn't in there, I think the result is obvious by getting an error, say we don't have such a key. Also, we can actually delete just by using the del statements as we did before. By deleting the tail of that key, let's say, for example, let's delete Jack here. You get only Alan left after we deleted the entry of Jack. We can actually add to the dictionary just as simple by creating tail, and then you can write down what is the key that I would like to add, and then assign the value. Print, you will see Sam was added to the list. If I would have to ask if, for example, Jack in the tail, and I could print the value of that, I could receive, of course, false because I have deleted Jack afterwards. However, if I would have to ask about Ellen, is it inside, I would receive true. Also, I could create dictionary by dict key values within the parentheses of a tuple, and then I create a list, and within that list I start to create a tuple of pairs of keys and values. Print this, you will get just the expected value of a dictionary as we have seen. So you can do again a comprehension concept, and that's, for example, to create a dictionary where x power to 2 for x in this, for example, 2, 4, and 6. Now, if you would have to run this, you will get the result as expected. The key is 2, and then it's powered to 4, and so on and so forth. Next, we're going to be discussing some looping techniques before we close down on this outline. I'll see you then.